In this video, I've come from Wales to the Netherlands to drive an Italian spec version of a German car, and it's just started raining. Can't get any better. So this is a 1973 NSU Prinz 4. We can tell it's Italian because we've got clear indicators and little side repeaters. And there we go, Prinz. It's L, it's the luxury version. It is oh so very brown, which just proves it is a 1970s car. Rear engined, very much like a squashed Chevrolet Corvair, another car very much inspired by the Corvair. It's amazing, the Corvair is a car with such a bad reputation, but it inspired so many little cars, like the NSU Prinz and the Hillman Imp. Like the Imp, rear engined, but a very different mechanical package, because NSU had a previous reputation for building motorbikes and mopeds. The NSU Quickly, probably one of the more famous products, but the NSU Prinz was introduced in the 1950s, and by this 1960 it evolved into this Prinz 4 with a larger body. And yeah, it's just so basic but so utterly delightful. I have once, many years ago, driven the larger NSU 1000, which is slightly larger with a 4-cylinder transverse rear engine. But let's have a look at the engine, because that is one of the more interesting features, this fascinating little car. So here we go, this is the twin-cylinder engine, but what makes it interesting is the camshaft is actually driven by rods. If I can pull this off. Oh, that's quite hot now. Maybe we can't pull that off. But it's almost like steam principles, where there's a shaft drive, two shafts to spin the overhead camshaft. So for a rear engine car, this is quite an unusual package. And it's got a dyno start as well, so when it fires up, you'll hear it sounds very much like my Invacar. Isn't that cute? So it's about 580cc off the top of my head. I forget what the power output is, but not very much. Thank you. So yeah, power output of this little engine, which is about 600cc, is 30 brake horsepower. So pretty similar to a 2CV in terms of both capacity and power. So of course, with engine at the back, we get some storage at the front. Look at the mechanism on that, so you can do it one-handed. That's quite neat. Like that. But yeah, quite a lot of space for various activities up here at the front, and the spare wheel, of course, fuel tank also located at the front. So not bad in terms of space for your shopping. Moving inside, a wonderful mass of 70s vinyl, but you know, some fancy features. This was quite a thing for a time. Rotating knob for your quarter lights there. But if we hop in, we've got a bank of actual switches for lights variously. I think that was oh, that's your screen wash, I think, and wiper switch. Indicators here, presumably that's a main beam selector. And then down here, 3 tiny little pedals, but because of the danger inherent in this scenario, I may have to drive barefoot today. We've got the gear lever here, 4-speed, all synchromesh, quite impressive. And down here we've got the choke and the engine start. And a little glove box. Oh, quite a big glove box. Get quite a bit in there, that's nice. Little ashtray. All very good. And if we head into the back, I should try and fold myself in. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to describe it as a little tight knee alert in the rear, but there is more handy storage here. Look at that. Put your secret items under the parcel shelf, which now doesn't seem to be attached anymore. All good. But yeah, a little cozy back here, and the rear windows don't open, even on this luxury L. We do get coat hangers and something to hold on to if the driver starts getting a bit carried away though. So, you know, mixed approach. But by the time this car was built, NSU was part of the Volkswagen Audi group. The disastrous Row 80 or RO 80, however you want to describe it, impacted NSU's finances drastically, all those warranty claims, and forced it into the arms of Volkswagen, which is a shame because NSU was a company that always liked to do things a little bit differently, and that should be applauded. Right, quick correction, the red one is not engine start, we're not in a Fiat 500, that's the heater, which hopefully we won't need today. It is just a key start, so, oh, we are in gear. It still does it all nice and silently though, because of that dyno start. And the engine shudders into life, and you kind of feel it through the entire vehicle, the dashboard, the headliner, everything seems to move with the engine. So 4-speed synchro mesh, and away we go. And it certainly makes some characterful, entertaining noises. Put the wipers on. Oh no, Triangle of Doom. Quite a bad one, we'll forget about that. But actually the wipers clear a nice amount of screen. So yeah, it sounds something akin to a Fiat 500, but without quite the mechanical racket. It just feels very much like those little economy cars of so long ago, but quite unusual these were still being made in the 70s when they got the larger and much smoother 1000 models as well. The dizzy heights of 60 kilometers an hour. Go for 12. Oh, that's quite tall. Which way?
Right.
Right. Yeah, having synchro mesh on first, unlike Fiat 126, Citroen 2CV, makes life a lot easier because you so often need first. Actually, once you're underway, it does smooth out quite a lot. And the steering's good, it's not wandering around all over the place. Yeah, I like the feel of this a lot. I must say, when I first started it up and the whole thing is shivering and vibrating like an out of balance washing machine, I feared the worst, but this is actually really sweet. It's a little bit bouncy in terms of ride. But the ride is definitely better than a smart car, so that's something. Oh, quite good over the level crossing actually. Hot bang maps before they existed. Really open her up. Very strange for a little car. It actually gets nicer the faster you go, I think. Within reason. I suspect 100 kilometers an hour is an assault on the senses, but for pottering around on roads like this, it feels ideal. I must admit, I've always wanted to drive an NSU Prinz. The first generation ones are so cute, but they were not very practical at all. At least I can actually get into the back of this larger Prinz 4. It just proves that there really were so many alternatives to a Volkswagen Beetle. Part of that craze of rear-engine cars like the aforementioned Fiats, the Beetle, the Hillman Imp, And the Simca 1000 also looking a little similar in places, but mechanically being so very different. This is a lot of fun. It must be one of the smoothest straight twin engines I've ever encountered. What a lovely little thing. Well, I have to say, that's a very enjoyable little thing. The gear change is absolutely lovely, and having full synchromesh separates it from quite a few of its little twin pot rivals back in the day. The Fiat 500 didn't have synchromesh at all. Although by the time this one was sold, the Fiat 126 had come along, which at least had it on 3 gears. But yeah, lots of fun. But yeah, it's one of those cars you definitely wouldn't want to go hurtling down motorways in it. But for driving locally, just absolutely lovely, and a joy to try another of these strange little cars. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can head to the Hubnut store if you want to buy lovely merchandise, and we shall see you in a future video. Bye!